Hey everybody, before we start the show today, I wanted to talk to you about investigatorstoolbox.com. This is the future of networking, training, and resource management. I am really excited by the amount of people that are in the site already and what's going on there and the amount of training that we've got in there, the webinars, the blogs, OSINT resources, over 130, I think it's close to 140. This is where you guys want to be. If you are interested in bringing your business to the next level, if you're interested in networking with the best investigative minds that are out there, if you're interested in free training from some of the best investigators out there, you need to be in investigatorstoolbox.com. So it's investigators-toolbox.com. You want to go check it out. The legacy discount is ending very shortly. If you're interested, you need to join the site right away. If you wait too long, you're going to miss out on the $50 discount. Don't delay. Get in there. It's like 41 cents a day right now to get in there. If you can't afford 41 cents a day to make yourself better at what you're doing, what are you guys doing in this business, right? So investigatorstoolbox.com. I wanted to talk to you about that today, and go check it out. And we're going to start the show. Enjoy the show, guys.
Welcome to PI Perspectives. Did you know we're now providing a video version of this show on our YouTube channel? It actually gets released one day earlier for those who can't wait for Mondays. The link's in the show notes. It's our seasonal co-host, Sly Fox, Brianne Joseph, on deck today. Brianne has a great free marketing event next week, and she's back to tell you all about it. Today, we're back to focusing on growing your business and how to turn a no into a yes. Please welcome Brianne Joseph and your host, private investigator, Matt Spaier.
And welcome everybody to this week's episode of PI Perspectives. And we are here back with a dear friend of mine, Miss Brianne Joseph from New Orleans. Brianne, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Time, huh? Yeah, well, we were chatting before we started recording, and we realized that this is kind of like a seasonal thing, having you on. So, 'tis the season.
It is seasonal, definitely. I told you I'm your seasonal co-host.
You are a seasonal co-host. Yes, I feel like I have to give you unemployment during the
You do, actually. I want my money, so.
Wait in line with everybody else.
No, it's really good to be back on here. I love the platform. You're doing amazing things again, and so it's an honor.
Yeah, well, today is about you. It's not about me. But before we jump into that, actually, I wanted to be a little more serious, actually, because you and I actually we lost a friend of ours recently, and this one hits hard, and we want to talk about Matt Ballard today. So, yes. Matt's been in the industry for quite some time. A lot of folks out there, know him and they know that he had a very serious battle with cancer, which he unfortunately lost that battle. There was a lot of ups and downs. But if you're on Facebook and you're an investigator, you know who Matt Ballard was. And I know you guys were friends. So tell me a little bit about your experience with Matt.
Yeah, today was hard for me, and I mentioned that to you before. Matt and I were really good friends. When we first met as colleagues, politics actually brought us together. Right. We were polar opposites in that regard, and so we would always just butt heads all the time in these epic battles. And but the thing about that, at the end of the day, Matt and I, we just had this mutual respect for each other. Right. We just genuinely admired each other's work ethic. We genuinely admired each other's professionalism and accomplishments. Right. And so that was our connection. We both are foodies. I'm a foodie. Yeah. So, we both were foodies, and we just had so much love for our families. There was just so much commonality between he and I outside of the differences that we had, and that just kind of drew us together. So we just had a really great friendship for a very long time,
Yeah. Guy. Matt and I connected probably less than a year, maybe. And I was drawn to him in the struggle when he was going through, and being a man of faith, just trying to support him and go that angle with him. We connected in that way, right? And we had a lot of
Yeah.
really cool chats. And just the strength of that guy, knowing what he was going through and just his positive outlook on things. It's very, very,
Man, his
very.
outlook is just incredible. You know, to be faced with your own mortality and to approach it with such dignity
Right.
is admirable.
Yeah.
You know, not many of us could do that. You know, and so that just speaks volumes about who he was as a person.
Sure.
It just speaks volumes, and he will definitely be missed. He's just someone. He was just a light in our industry, and it's just an unfortunate day for us all around.
Yeah, yeah, definitely pray for his family and all that as they go through. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to shut up for a second and just
Is that possible?
I don't know
Okay,
if it's
I
possible.
won't start. I won't start. Okay.
I want to just take a moment of silence here for Matt.
Yeah,
Somebody
definitely.
who really did a lot for our industry and was a good person.
Yeah.
So we're going to hang on for a second and just do a moment of silence. Okay. All right, we're back. So yeah, just please remember to pray for his family, and just if you guys know them, just reach out to them and give support. So all right. So now that we talked about our good friend here, tell me a little bit about what you've been up to since we've last talked. What's going on with Sly Fox?
Yeah, I'm always dibbling and dabbling in something. I've always got something going on. I've just been really growing my brand new mentorship program, and it's been amazing. We have some really cool, different initiatives that I've put in place that I'm really excited about. One in particular, I've had a couple of the students in my program who, with Corona, money's kind of short right now for a lot of people. And there are a lot of people in this industry that, they want to learn. They want to know the right way to do this thing. And, sometimes they just don't have the means to do it. And so I have a $3,000 website, right? And so what I was able to do for members of my community is I have a partnership with my web development team. They are a 5-star marketing agency, been doing marketing for 10 years. But we have this really cool opportunity where they're going to create members of my team, members of my community, a website, a $3,000 website for only a fraction of the cost, which is about $500. So
Great.
can't beat that with a stick.
I beat that with a stick. Yeah, especially these days. I mean, that's an incredible offer, and
Absolutely,
I've seen your sites. Yeah, and your sites are good. It
Yeah.
definitely gets the job done with what you're trying to do. And I think a lot of times folks that have their websites, like they don't really pay much attention to it. It's like you get
Yeah.
something up there, and I'm guilty as charged. I am
Yeah.
embarrassed to say that I used Andy's Web Tools for a very, very long time. And if you know what Andy's Web Tools are, you can be like, I hate you, Matt. I'm never talking to you again. Like, you should be.
I actually don't know, but I'm intrigued, so I have to go look it up now.
Okay, so if you're a dinosaur like I am, there were many years ago that they had this program called Andy's Web Tools, where their whole thing was if you can send an email to yourself, you can create a website. And I had a web developer before that, and I got really frustrated with not being able to get a hold of him or doing things. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it myself. And I took that route, and it served its purpose, right? So for me, I don't really use my website to market my business. More of a landing page of when I am getting a client, they can go back and find me. Really, it's something they lose my card and they go, Satellite Matt, how do I find him? Right. So it was more along those lines. I wasn't trying to get business essentially through my website, but I was trying to help people remember who I was, or if they were looking to find me, they could find me. I don't know if that was the best way to approach things, but I don't know. It's what I could do at the time and how I was doing it. I
mean, when I started, I did my own website too. This was definitely like an upgrade upgrade years later. I mean, when I started out, I couldn't afford a $3,000 website for one.
Yeah.
You know, when you're starting out, you can't, it's just not something that you typically do. So in the beginning, I didn't have any money. So I did create my own website, and it looked like I created my own website. Oh my God. Yeah, that thing. I might have a screenshot of it from years ago. I might have to put my hand on
Please send it to me so I can put it on the show.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
I want a black
Oh
man.
my God. Yeah, but even my logo, like my logo has come a long way. Like my first logo, because right now my logo is just kind of fly fox with the tail on the end of the word.
Right.
But at first it was an entire fox character. And she had a magnifying glass, and it was just too much. I was doing way too much with the logo, but it was just, you know, your initial thought process when you're starting out. And it worked for me, I thought, at the moment. But as I grew and as I got bigger, and then I realized just how much the website played a part in my marketing. And like you said, it's definitely a place for people to come and find your information and figure out who you are. But I have gotten a lot of clients who told me that they hired me because they love my website. So, you know, there are people who are just going to make a choice based on the comparison of some. So
I got a question for you. So what happened to the Sly Fox? Did you retire her? She living with the Fox now?
Oh my God,
Fox?
she's
Did they have a family
retired.
together?
You know, she's had about 3 or 4 baby foxes. You know, she's living her life somewhere.
The den somewhere.
She's in the den. Yeah, that's where she's at.
Her and the car fox or somewhere.
Her and the car fox are doing their thing now. So, you know, I don't ask questions. I just know about it. So.
All right, good stuff. So yeah, so like the whole website, right? It's all on how you approach it and what type of business model that you are looking to do. So now I obviously got away from that. I came to a point where I guess maybe it was about 8 years in business. I was like, okay, I need something a little more professional. And I actually went out and I hired somebody to do all that. And it was before WordPress. So it was like this HTML thing. And, you know, and then I was like, you know, I couldn't update everything myself. I had to go, you know, now if I needed something done, I had to go back to my guy. And, you know, like this guy would nickel and dime me for like everything, which was obnoxious, right? Oh, you want to change the sentence here? It's $65. Like, really?
Yeah. $60 there. Yeah.
Well, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And
I've had folks who do that to me, but I've been working with the team because let me tell you, technology is not my friend. And I think you have experienced, you know, my mishaps with technology previously to know that
I've exploited them. Yes.
You know, it's just not my thing. See, this is the thing with me, Matt. I stay in my lane. Okay. I know where I belong, and it's not with technology. So if it's something that has to be done with the website, I'm just going to outsource that to whoever can do it because I'm going to mess it up. I'm going to take the website completely offline some type of way, and they won't be able to recover it if I touch it. So to avoid all of that, I'll just let the professionals handle it. But, you know, I just never was someone who was big on the back end of everything as far as the website and stuff. I just rather just let other folks deal with that.
Yeah. You know, at some point you just got to say, you know, all right, enough and just tap out. So you're
Let
right.
it go. You know, I know my lane. That's not it. I just stay in my lane. So
yeah, and believe me, it can become your a full-time job. You know, if you start getting into the SEO, the search engine optimization, you know, that's a job in itself. And then when you talk to Jimmy Messis about this stuff, I mean, you'll talk to him for 3 hours.
Like in my office, I'm not even allowed to touch the computers. Like, because I'll jump if I jump on, because people have their stations. You know, people have things the way they want them. You know, when you save a file, you have it go to a particular folder. I don't care about your folders. You know what I mean? Like I'm jumping in and I'm just putting stuff everywhere and wherever I need to find it. And I get kicked out all the time, you know, but I've learned to respect people's organization more these days because it's frowned upon, apparently.
Have you really?
Yes, I have. It appears to be frowned upon, so I try to do better, but
you're the destroyer.
I'm just all over the place. So it's like whatever I need, I just want to go straight to it and get it. I'm not even thinking about your process, you know, and that's rude. So I got to stop doing that.
All right. Well, you know, you're work in progress.
You know? I I can admit I'm a work in progress. Aren't we all though?
I'm
So
praying for you.
don't judge me. Don't judge me, Matt. We're all work in progress now.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. But you do amazing things. Like you may be a little crazy on how you get it done, but the end product is usually pretty good.
The end product is brilliant. So who's going to complain about me just putting something in a wrong folder along the way? Come on.
It happens. So I've seen your ladies were out and about. You had posted something over the weekend. You were working on some big cases and doing some things. So how'd that all work out?
Yes, it went well. We do a lot of like these big ticket fraud cases, $1 million fraud cases and stuff. And so we had to go out of town for a couple of these cases. And we just got another one in, actually, a rush case for Thursday. I want to say this Thursday. So we haven't even really processed everything and did the recon or back end or anything on that yet. So that's another one we're going to be doing. But it went really well this weekend. We always love to go out of town when we get a chance to break the monotony of, just the everyday local stuff we have going on. So
right. What have you seen with COVID and the workflow for you? Has it increased or you stagnant? Like what's it looking like down there?
No, it's really busy right now. It was slower earlier this year. March, April, May, things slowed down. We never were out of work at all. We just kind of slowed down significantly for a while. But now we're just back in full swing, and it's a blessing, and we're fortunate enough to do that. And I'm just very grateful for that. But we've been really, really busy. We have a new hire actually. She's going to be a good one too. She, my case manager, her name's Nikki. She texted me earlier and was telling me the girl was a self-starter and that she was just ready to jump on the cases. And we're like, hold on, wait. You gotta learn how to do this first. You can't just hop in. But she's just really energetic about learning and doing this. And how I found her? She came to me through my mentorship program.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, she came in as a newbie investigator, wanting to learn how to be a private investigator. And she was local. So, our case manager, Nikki, reached out to her and was like, hey, we could use some extra help right now. You want to come and join us and learn? And so she was like, heck yeah. And
so just a little piece of advice. I would just encourage her not to inherit your techniques of using a computer, right? Your computer.
Well, Nikki trains her, and I don't even have anything to do with it because they don't want me around for some reason. I don't know, but it's okay.
You keep your computer etiquette to yourself, right?
I know they don't, and I'm fine with that. I don't care.
That's good. I'm just teasing you.
I know.
Okay, so we're going to take a break real quick, and then when we come back, I do want to talk about this new initiative. I want to really dive in more. So we talked about the website thing, but you got a couple other things going on that I want to cover, and I really want the listenership to know about it because I think they should be involved with it because it's really exciting stuff on top of the website stuff. So everybody sit tight, and we will be right back.
PI Perspectives. If you are a new private investigator, or if you operate a private investigation agency, you know that acquiring paying clients can be a struggle. Imagine a unique resource of marketing courses and programs made just for private investigators. Introducing the Six-Figure Investigator Marketing Program. It's a community of investigators all over the world learning to become master marketers of their brand. Membership is free for a limited time. Head over to privateinvestigatormentorship.com right now and secure your spot to learning the right way to market your brand. privateinvestigatormentorship.com.
Are you using a case management system? The answer is no. You should really rethink that process. Right. So as you guys know, Crosstracks has been an amazing sponsor of the show. They've just been really supportive. As you guys also know, I didn't used to have a case management system. I was the investigator that was fighting them tooth and nail. I finally decided to give it a whirl. What a great decision, right? During the COVID shutdown, I was able to actually roll my whole business into it and get completely up and running. And my clients love it. I mean, just today, I got a phone call from a client of mine who just couldn't believe how easy it was to access everything and how invoices were there. He actually asked me to go back and upload all my prior cases and put it into Crosstracks. I've been doing business with that firm for, I don't know, about 8 years, so it's a lot of cases. Yeah, if you don't use a case management system, you should, right? You should check it out. Give Crosstracks a shot. Contact Brad or one of the teammates over there, and they'll get you up and running with a trial and see if it's for you. If you have used Crosstracks and it's been a while and you're not happy with the system that you're in, go check them out. They're doing a lot of really cool new things, and see if it's right for you. If you're unhappy with the system that you're in right now, contact them. You know, the ability for them to roll your system into their system is very easy. Again, you guys know they've been sponsoring this program, and I can't say enough good things about them, but make your own decision, right? Give it a shot on your own and see if it's right for you.
What do you do when you get calls for bug sweeps? Did you know USABugSweeps.com, the #1 TSCM provider in the country, pays you a 20% commission for converted sales leads? Stop turning money away. USABugSweeps.com uses top-rated technology, and they cover all of the United States. So save time and make money today. Contact USABugSweeps.com and mention PIP20. Delft Point keeps on advancing. The commonality search is here. The new data is unlike anything they currently offer and will go in depth into your target's assets and relationships. Use them on everything from jury research and associate connections to business investigations and fraud cases. You don't want to miss these. Visit delftpoint.com for more details. Sign up and use code PIP20 for additional savings. Do you work with an insurance agency that takes the time to give you the personal attention you deserve? Well, contact Michelle Knoll and her team to get the best customer service and attention available. You never need insurance until you really need insurance. So keep yourself and your business protected. Contact Michelle at mknoll@amoscorp.com. Did you hear about the latest issue of PI Magazine? Check out the cover feature on the Investigator's Toolbox. You don't want to miss this great issue. Available today.
And welcome back to PI Perspectives, and here we are talking to Miss Brianne Joseph, our seasonal co-host. How are you? How you doing today?
Yes, I like that. It has a good ring to it. Seasonal co-host.
You'll find a way to market it. I mean, it's going to be all.
What did you say? I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna find a way to do what, Matt?
It's going to be all over Twitter and Instagram and
I like it. I might use that. Shoot.
So, are you going to go to Parler with everybody else? It seems like everyone's kind of picking up in Facebook.
No, I will not be on Parler. You know, I've heard about it, and just from what I've heard about it, it's not me. I don't think it's necessary for me to join Parler.
Yeah, I'm sitting out at this point in time, and for no other reason that my life is just too busy. I can't.
It's too much. Yeah, I don't have too much going on. It's not like social media has its place in my life. I love social media. I'm just a social person, for one. I have a very social personality, so I just fit right in the social media world. But I don't love it so much that I want to join every social media site out there. You know what I mean? It's not that serious to me. You know, Facebook is just something I've been on for a while. You know, my business is there, and you know, I just deal with it there. I don't really see the need of me going anywhere else. It's not necessary.
Yeah, and honestly, advertising in Facebook works. You know, however they go about it, you know, their analytics or whatever you want to call it. You know, I think for the amount of money that you invest, you get a really good return on advertising, which is something you should be doing with your agency. You know,
definitely.
It's a good place to get it. I think another tip too, not necessarily advertising money, but LinkedIn, talking about you know your victories on LinkedIn, because that's where your target audience hangs out. Right? For me, like with attorneys, they're always on LinkedIn. They love to go on LinkedIn and connect right? and network.
Yeah, they do. I've had a couple reach out to me from LinkedIn, so I definitely can attest to that. Yeah, that's definitely a place where you can find some potential client.
Right. So like you should be posting articles. Hey, did you know? Or, you know, this decision or order just came out with relation to like data resources,
Yeah.
the things that
Yeah,
tie into.
whatever's relevant to what they specialize in,
Right.
just,
Right.
but you just you have to do a little research on them a little bit just to find out who they are, what they actually represent. Because the worst thing you can do when you're marketing is send something to someone that's totally irrelevant to what they have going on, or totally irrelevant to what they're doing. It's like,
Right. Yeah.
so,
Don't send cat.
sometimes it just sometimes it just warrants that little extra step of your own internal research to make sure it's the right connection, which is the first step in good marketing, targeting the right people for the right reason. So, but if you're able to do that, then, that could definitely be a minefield for
Don't send cat memes to a dog lover, right?
you. Exactly. You don't want to do something like that. It's the worst. So definitely.
Yeah, there's some funny cat memes out there though.
Many.
So okay, so we are. We're talking about your little side hustle here. So tell me all about it. I know we had you on at one point when you were initially starting to bring it, and that's the thing. The reason that you're on here so much is because you got so much going on, and every time we chat and you're like, I'm doing this now, I'm like, please come on my show and talk about it.
I know I can't keep still. I know I'm always doing things, but I'm at a point in my career where I'm ready to give back more to the industry. I've gotten so much over the years that I just want to help share and reach back and bring some others to where I've been able to get, and so the vehicle for that is my mentorship site.
Right.
And it's amazing. It's a platform that's separate and independent of, it's a community that's separate and independent of Facebook. It's an actual online community where it's investigators from all over the world, coming together to learn to be marketing rock stars, basically. That's what we do.
What's the name of the site? Come on, you gotta say the name of the site.
Oh, the name of the site, of course, is Private Investigator.
Come on, marketer.
Private Investigator Marketing.
I can't throw any more, fat pitches for you here. Come on.
I know. Six-figure Investigator Marketing is the name of the actual brand. The website is privateinvestigatormentorship.com. So it's a free site. You can join for free to get access to the different courses that I have regarding branding and sales and marketing and things like that. I also have different programs that I have put in place that are really unique, really different, things that are not out in our industry right now. One that I'm really particularly proud of, I can talk about in a second. I have my own academy within my community now that I'm going to share a bit about. I have a monthly masterclass that I do for sales, marketing, and branding. And we're just going to deep dive into those topics. And I always say, investigators are told what to do a lot as far as marketing, right? We know that we need to send out, direct mail or whatever it is. We need to do this. Right. But the problem that we have in our industry is that many of us do not know how to do it. It's one thing to know what to do. It's a totally different animal to actually know how to do it. And so that's what my community does. I make it a point to show people exactly how, step by step, to accomplish the things that they need to do to sell their services, to attract the dream clients that we all want, the ones that pay, and the ones that pay what we want them to pay.
Right.
That's the difference. You can have clients, you can have the ones that pay you what you want to get paid, And so those are the ones that I teach people to find and attract through the things that help me find and attract those very same caliber of clients. And so through my marketing masterclass each month we dive into everything from just starting your brand to designing your brand to perfecting your messaging for your brand, to your positioning, and to your skill set, which is what I'm hosting the next teleconference about. Your skill set in trying to make sure that you can effectively handle rejection in the sales process and how to rebound from that and still get the sale. There's a skill set involved in knowing how to redirect the conversation to get it to go where you need it to go. See, those are things that are not really taught in our industry.
No, I think you're right. I think you're
You
right.
know, that's not taught, and so that's what I teach, because I see that's what the void was.
Yeah.
And so that's what I set up my community for, to teach the skill sets that are required and necessary to sell your services and your brand. You know, because we come into this industry, and we go straight to the how to solve cases, the how to do this, the training on how to do surveillance. So we go to the technical aspect of investigations a lot. We
Right.
don't address the business side of it enough to be successful, because you have all of these skills that you've accumulated with the how to investigate, but nobody knows you're out there.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you're there. You
Yep.
can't sell any of it.
Yep.
And so that's the missing link in all of this. And you know, I have a degree in business and marketing, and so I know a lot about what goes into selling and creating and building a brand. And so I just use all of the expertise that I have in that, coupled with my experience for 15 years as a private investigator who built her agency from 0 to 6 figures on my own. I have a lot to share. And so I created that community to be able to do that. And it's just growing, and it's really an amazing thing to see. And it's just so much more we have going on. And
Yeah. I saw you had somebody from India join, right?
oh my God, Matt, like that is when and this, look, let me tell you, I started this thing not long ago, like less than a year ago. It's it's my baby, it's new.
Right.
And in my mind, I envisioned it just kind of on a local level, to a certain extent, local to the United States rather, because I marketed my teleconferences as nationwide teleconferences. So I expected to have people from all over the country, but not internationally. It's grown to an international membership now. And, you know, we've got people from India, from Russia, from all different parts of the world. And they're all coming to learn sales and marketing. And they're all coming to learn branding. And so the potential for what I have to grow is just tremendous right now. And I'm just so appreciative of the opportunity to share and to give back in this way. But I was circling back to my main program.
Before you do that, let's circle back in
Okay.
just a second, because I want to tag on to your international theme, and let's talk a little about a World Association of Detectives, right?
Yeah,
Don't forget that, because you're speaking for them again. So tell me a little bit about that, and then we'll.
Yes, and I also teach sales and marketing strategies through the World Association of Detectives. I have another opportunity. They told me that my last webinar with them broke one of their records for the most attendees. And so that in and of itself was amazing. And so they circled back to me and they said, hey, you know, you're one of our most popular speakers. We want you to come back in December and do another webinar for us and teach some more sales and marketing strategies. Right. And I was honored, of course. It's an absolute privilege for me to do that. Yeah, it's amazing.
Great. That's really great. And that will certainly lead to, you know, more people signing up from around the world.
Yeah, so it's amazing. And so the teleconference, since we're talking about it, it's going to be on November the 23rd at 6 o'clock p.m. Right. And the teleconference is sales strategies that skillfully handle client objections and bring in more cases. So on that teleconference, I'm going to show you how to skillfully handle those rejections that you get when you call. Sure. And because if you think about it, you do 10 marketing calls, and for whatever reason, they don't need you.
Right.
So many of us, and most of us, unfortunately, we say, okay, bye.
Right. Okay. Bye, Felicia. That's it.
Bye. Okay, bye. You know, but if you had the skill set to know how to navigate that situation a little bit better, to know what to say, how to say it, how to lower the client resistance to what you have to say. Right. You know, that's a skill set that you have to be taught. You know, if you knew how to do that, you could retain 8 of those cases that you just let go by saying, okay, bye, you know.
So you got to teach people how to take their foot and stick it in the door, right? When they're trying
you have to. There's a certain amount of aggression that's required to sell.
Oh God, it's so difficult, man. I used to do cold calling and almost be like apologetic. Like, I know you don't know who I am. Like, I'm so sorry for disturbing your day, but hey, could you give me a shot, please? Like, I may be
That's
good,
all
I
of
may
us.
not,
That is all
like
of us. That
just
is
just
all of us.
not with confidence. And like, I remember a guy who mentored me with business, who isn't even an investigator. He's in the entertainment industry, and even like with podcasting and my brand in general. He's like, you need to come across like you're the best, even if you're not the best. They need to see you say that you're the best and that there's nobody
Yes,
better out there. And I was like, this guy's a genius. And first of
yes.
all, he's very successful,
We
so he has a lot of weight.
we choke, like so many of us, we choke on these calls, like the sales calls.
Right.
Like, so many of us just suck at selling. And we admit it, many of us do admit it, because it's not something that we all enjoy. We suck at selling typically, especially coming into the industry, because it's not something that we do. And actually, one of my students in my community told me, because I asked, I said, well, what kind of challenges do you have right now? What's your hesitancy with what you're doing? And one of the things that he said was that, I don't consider myself a salesman. And that really is what prompted me to do this teleconference, because I said, you know what? There are so many people who do not consider themselves salesmen in this industry. And, your ability to sell yourself as a private investigator is a vital part of marketing your brand. And it can ultimately determine whether or not you succeed in this business or if you're going to fail in this business.
Yep.
Because nobody's going to buy anything from you if they don't know you exist, like I always say.
Yeah, listen, you've hung your hat on that idea, and it's valid.
It's absolutely valid, and we don't come in the game knowing how to sell. And I remember when I first started, and I called myself, like years ago when I was really, really new, trying to sell myself. So I call a client and tell her who I am and everything, and she wasn't interested, basically. And so
I bet you the Fox graphic was turning her off.
I don't know what it was,
Right.
but in that moment, like I froze, like I choked. And so I forgot my script, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so she's like, hello. And I'm like, hello. And she's like, hello. And I'm like, hello. That's horrible.
I wish I had that recording.
Horrible. And then she just hung up. And I was like, oh my God. It was the worst. And so I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I could do this. It was the weirdest thing. But when you don't know what you're doing, you do crazy things like that. You just make it worse for yourself.
Yeah. There are two ways to approach this, right? First of all, you got to know what you're doing as far as the investigative work, right? You got to be able to talk that game, because when you do get that elevator pitch, when you do get that chance to talk, you got to know what you're talking about, right? And I think, secondly, you have to have the confidence to market yourself, right? And to be able to put yourself in that room, right? So the confidence to get yourself there, and then, the wherewithal to actually stay there, I think is important too. So that's something to remember. And, these are just skills that you get, by practice, I think. Also, it's very important as well.
Yeah, we always have these self-limiting beliefs, already when you're coming in, because of the fact that you're new, so you already come in feeling some type of way about that. And so you tend to not project the confidence that you need that the clients need to hear, rather, to help establish the trust that they need to have in order to send you a retainer for anything. So, if you're not able to establish trust or to gain the trust of the client that you're talking to, they're never going to send you anything. Because I mentioned on a webinar that I did not long ago that, your clients are going to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. Right. If they know, they got to know you, they got to like you, and they have to trust you to send you work.
I remember that. I was there for that. Yes, that was good. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're stuttering when you're talking to them and you're unsure of yourself, that's going to come through.
Yeah.
The hesitancy is going to come through and you're not gonna get the sale. And so it's absolutely a really important skill set to have. And so that's definitely one of the things that I teach through my master classes each month, and also through my new program that I have, my little academy.
Yeah. So let's talk about that again. So the academy. It sounds like really cool. It sounds very X-Men-ish. So Miss
I know, I
Xavier,
never
please tell me about
thought of
your
it like
program.
that. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I love that. So,
You're gonna shave your head.
so does that make me Professor X?
Exactly.
I'm Professor X.
Or you want to be
Okay, I'm not
Storm. I
sure.
know. I get it. Yeah, I
I want to
understand.
be Storm. Yeah, I mean, can I be Storm?
You can be whatever you want to be.
I guess. Well, the academy. Yes, I do. I have I call it the Master Marketers Academy, because that's what we're doing. We're becoming master marketers. So
Right.
it's the Master Marketers Academy.
Yep.
And what it is, it's my sales processes that have brought my success packaged up in 8 weeks. So
Right.
that's what it is. And the first month, the first 4 weeks is basically branding. It's establishing your brand, doing things that develop your brand, that define your brand, doing the market research that goes into getting a good brand, just literally a deep dive into creating something really solid for you as far as a brand is concerned. And then the next 4 weeks, we go into the sales and marketing aspect of that brand. So once we do the deep dive with defining your brand, then we craft your message, and we determine what your brand message is. And there's just for 8 weeks of training, we go over at least 26 different strategies and techniques and methods and topics in a very small amount of time. So it's a lot of things that we cover. It's really jam-packed with information. And the best part is there's homework.
What?
Yeah, there's homework. There's
I
a
don't like
worksheet.
that.
You don't like homework? Well, you can't have an academy without homework.
Oh,
So,
good for you.
I
That's
just want to
good.
skate
Yeah.
through this. So you gotta get your work. You gotta do your work. But no, in every single topic, there is an exercise that we do to make sure, for one, it's clear, because you have to have clarity of what you're doing, for one. So before we move on to anything else, there's steps that we take to make sure you understand exactly what's happening. It's understand exactly why it's relevant to you in your market, because these are folks all over the world. So, what works for me in New Orleans might not work for you in Philadelphia, based on
Or
what the
India, for
demographics
that matter,
are.
right?
Or India, exactly. So, that's why I work one-on-one. That's why I have to have the academy. It's a small class, because it's one-on-one attention, and it takes a lot of time to mentor and train and coach on a one-on-one basis.
Yeah.
So we kind of keep the groups, pretty small to be able to do that. But so it's branding, it's marketing, it's messaging, and the best part is, when you leave, you have a blueprint.
Right.
When you leave, you have a marketing plan, you have a marketing strategy specific to you and specific to your area. You're knowledgeable about the marketing materials you need. You have the scripts that you need, the sales scripts. Like, I just give you everything. I give you everything that you need to start off, and to attract those dream clients, to attract the people that'll pay you what you're worth.
Yeah.
And so in order to do that, you have to be able to communicate your brand. And that's a big part of my training process. I teach people how to communicate and how to sell. So, it's a really, really great opportunity.
Yeah, you want to act like you belong in the room, right?
I didn't hear you. What?
You got to act like you belong in the room.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do. And so that's what it's about, closing more cases, getting more people in, and drawing people into you. See, the thing about marketing, you want it to work for you. You don't want to be out there going crazy, getting stressed out, and running around trying to figure out what to do. Every successful investigator, the majority of them have a plan in place.
Right.
You can't just be haphazard about what you do and how you do it. You have to have a plan. And so in order to have that plan, you have to deep dive into the elements that make it successful. And so that's what we do in that 2 month period. So, and we'll do it, every 2 months or so. We have folks that are are in it now. The next one is going to start. We'll be accepting enrollment for the next one in the middle of December. It's going to start January 1st for the new one, the new class. We do have a wait list. We have some folks that are currently on our wait list.
That's awesome.
And you could, what you saying? I hear you saying
That's
something.
awesome. That's
yeah,
great.
we have a wait list. So it's really cool. So,
I don't have a wait list.
You have a wait list? You need to get a
have
wait list. I don't know what you're doing.
Well,
Here's something.
maybe for like, for guests for the show, I should make a wait list.
You should make a wait list, totally.
Okay. I'm going to
But
put
no, I do. I have a wait list, and folks, mastermarketingacademy.com. You can go there and get on our wait list if it's something that you want to do, you're interested in, or if you just want to learn more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one of the things that I've noticed, because when you are on the social media and the groups, the investigator groups and all that, there are so many people that are looking for mentorship. There's so many people that are looking, like I saw somebody the other day, like, hey, I'll work for free. Like, I'm in so-and-so state. Somebody help me. I'll work for free. And it's like, why don't you just take the class and learn how to, do this stuff? And it's like, they don't know about it, or, there are the other one-on-one programs that are just not in the budget for people too. So, and that's something that I think you approach this in a way that is affordable, in my opinion. It's affordable. If you want to be an investigator, you want to get into this stuff, you got to invest in yourself, right?
Well, you absolutely have to invest in yourself. The amount of success that I have personally achieved with what I've been doing with my brand, it came as a result of investing in my own education, investing in the things investing in my skill set. You have to spend money on yourself to learn. You just have to. Yeah. Now, a lot of times what we do when we're coming in and we're new, we'll hear, like, for example, we'll have a coach here, a coach there, or this person here, or this person there, and they're giving these little tidbits here and there. And so we're just like catching everything that everybody's throwing out, and then we try to take it and make it make sense. And that's just not how you want to do that. You don't want to do that. You're just spinning your wheels, for one. When you're just trying to cherry pick from all of these different people, the free stuff that's out there. Absolutely, free stuff is, everybody wants free stuff. Shoot, if you've got some free stuff, you want to get me mad, I'm gonna take it too. Everybody wants free stuff, but if you're serious about building a successful business, and if you're serious about, that's why I have an application process for my academy, because it's not just for people who just say, oh, I want to do it. I don't want, oh, I want to do it type of people. I want people who are serious about grinding, serious about working hard and appreciating the hard work, because it's work. When you're learning how to do this, there's an amount of ambition that you have to have. Definitely. I can't teach ambition. You have to come with the ambition.
Sure.
And so if you don't have that ambition and that drive and that determination to get it, then we may not even be able to work together, because it might
not be a good fit.
We may not be a good fit, and that's okay too. Yeah. But I don't like people wasting my time, and I don't like to waste people's time.
Or the money. Right?
You don't want to do that. So you want to work with people who value what you do, for one, and who value themselves enough to invest in themselves to get it done. And so those are the ones that success is going to follow. Yeah. Those are the people that success will follow. So
I think that's awesome. Yeah, I think it's really awesome that you're actually you're vetting people for the academy. That's really, really cool. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's not for everybody. And let me tell you, because it's entrepreneurship.
Right.
Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Yeah. What it takes to be successful as a business owner and an entrepreneur, and to grow something from nothing, it's an immense amount of work that goes behind that. And everybody can't do that. What are you laughing at?
I know that very well.
Yes, me too. Everybody can't do it. And look, let me tell you, I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that, because, I know all too well what it takes. And if you're coming to me and you're like, nah, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but I respect where you're at. And I'm not going to try to make you see, I'm not the type of person that just because I have a program, I want everybody to come to my program. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's not who I am. I want the right people to come, the people who really want to change, and the people who are tired of spinning their wheels, not getting anywhere. The people who have tried marketing methods on their own and they just don't work, or they don't yield results. People who are new, who want to learn. I have so many people in my community that are genuinely like they're thirsty for information.
Right.
They're like sponges, and I love that because I love sharing. And so I just can respect and appreciate people who come ready to learn and ready to get the work done. And it's not afraid of hard work.
Yeah.
So there absolutely is an application process. There's a vetting process, because we may not even be able to work together if you're not going to bring your A game, because that's what we do, sweetie. We bring our A game over here. So
now I'm very intimidated to submit my application.
we don't play games over here. Either you're gonna look, either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it. There is no, like I say this in my community. There is no try.
Yeah.
We do not try to do anything. I say that to my team, my investigative team. We don't try to do anything. Either we're going to do it, and we're going to do it well, and we're going to attempt to do it better than anybody else that's doing it, or we're not going to do it at all.
Yeah.
There is no gray area. Excellence does not fall in a gray category. Right. You know what I mean? There is no try in it. Either you're going to give it your all, or you're going to go home. And I don't mind telling people go home if they're not giving it their all, because that's not how you achieve greatness. You don't achieve greatness by being mediocre.
So my grandfather told me something when I was a teenager that really stuck with me. Yeah, and in a very old Jewish 90-something-year-old grandfather way, which I thought was really cool. He'd come up to me and say, "Always try and give 100%." I was like, "Well, yeah, of course, that makes sense." He goes, "No, really try and give 100%, because if you don't make it, you're going to be real close." And know what? 95% ain't bad.
No, it's not. No, it's not. And that's what I always tell them too. I say, look, there is no such thing as perfection. Nothing's perfect. I say, but we strive for perfection in our work processes and what we do, because when we fall short, we're still at excellent. Right. We're still at excellent when we fall short. Right. So we can't start at okay. And so when we mess up, we're just garbage now, and we don't want that. So, of course. You have to set the bar pretty high, so that when you mess up, because we all mess up, we all make mistakes, we all do things incorrectly sometimes, but in order to allow for yourself to make those types of mistakes, you have to have a high standard, so that when you do make the mistakes, you're still doing a really great job, and you're still competitive.
Oh, you're right.
In the industry.
So one of the other things that my mentor buddy told me, the Mr. Business Entertainment Business guy, was that, it was really important to surround yourself with like at least 5 or 6 people that are really, really successful, that are ahead of the game for you.
Yeah.
And that it rubs off on you, right? Just the success that they have, the conversations that they have with you, the mentorship that they have, will inevitably it'll rub off on you. And if you decide to do the opposite and hang out with 5 or 6 people that are well below you, they're going to drag you down.
Absolutely.
So, it's really important, no matter where you are in your business, to have those relationships with people that are going to keep that excellence level super, super high. I know, like, one of the things that you and I say when we chat on the phone, it's like, "Did you do something excellent today?"
Yes.
Right? It's like one of the first things we say when we get on the phone. "Hey, how are you? Did you do something excellent today?"
Yeah, but that's amazing. And I love that we do that, because that's just how serious we are about doing great things, Right. And so I appreciate that little comment that we make, because it reminds me, because if I wasn't about to do something excellent, then when you say that, it's like, well, let me do something, because we're a little competitive sometimes.
Just a
little bit competitive. So, if I feel you're going to one-up me on something, it's like, well, let me go do something excellent, so I could just tell them, I did that.
Now is the time I want to tell everybody about my Platinum Academy that's rolling out like next week.
Your Platinum Academy. Whatever. You're gonna have a Platinum Academy next week. I can't even deal with
it. Tomorrow, actually. Yeah, tomorrow.
I believe it.
But it's, what it is? We celebrate in each other's successes, which is cool too. Like we do have a competitive nature. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we definitely but it's not a like, envious thing. It's like
Right.
a yes thing. You know, like, oh,
Yes.
that's so great.
Yes. It's just support. It's just being supportive.
Totally.
That's all it is. I just really like to see people win. And I think I said that on Facebook not long ago, that, there's just room for all of us.
Yeah.
There's room for all of us to win. So I'm not the type of person that, I'm selfish with things that I know and what I learned. And I don't want anybody else to know and do what I do. I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
I feel like there's just so much room for everyone in this industry to make a decent living, a comfortable living, a great living, doing what we all love to do. And so, it's nothing wrong with sharing what you know. I just want to share with people that are going to value it and take it and do great things with it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. So we're going to wrap down here. We're going to wind up. But I really do want to encourage folks, like when this show comes out, it's right around the corner from this event that you're having. So why don't you tell folks again one more time how they can enroll and where they need to go?
Yeah, so it's a couple of things. The teleconference, absolutely free, nationwide teleconference that I'm doing. It's about sales strategies that skillfully handle client objections and bring in more cases. So this is going to definitely help you close some of those cases. It's going to help you perfect your sales processes that you have. And it's going to help you effortlessly handle some of those objections that you get from the clients when you're trying to make a sale, when you're in person or even over the phone. It's how to turn those no's or those maybes into yeses. Right. That's what I'm going to show you how to do. And that in turn is going to allow you to attract more clients for one, and close more cases, more importantly, in that moment. Sure. So, it's definitely something you guys should check out and register for.
How do they register?
Say it again.
How do they register for this?
How do they? I was getting to that, Matt. Gee. No. Okay. So you can register for the masterclass at sixfigureinvestigatormarketing.com. So sixfigureinvestigatormarketing.com. You can register for the teleconference. And if you're just ready to join our free community of just kick-ass investigators that are doing some great things in marketing and growing their brands and just doing amazing things, join our free community. Come in, take a look around, see what we have going on. And, we'd be happy to have you there. The great thing, again, about our community is you can, wherever you're at in your state, there's someone in our nation, in our community that you can collaborate with and go through the journey with, because that's another great thing, accountability. Once you're learning and you're implementing some of these things that you do, it's great to have accountability partners. And you can find that in our community as well. So the community that you can join for free is privateinvestigatormentorship.com. So privateinvestigatormentorship.com. And if you want to register for the free teleconference, it's sixfigureinvestigatormarketing.com. It's almost a tongue twister, but I think I got it out.
A little bit. And we'll have all that info in the show notes. So yeah, if you're listening to this podcast and maybe you're new into the business, or you've reached that point where you really want to grow your business and you're just stuck, right? Sign up and go check it out. There's some really, really great ideas. I've seen some amazing testimonials from people that have taken your classes and are part of your community. I'm actually part of your community. Full disclosure, I am a member, and there's great things going on there. So, Brianne, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for Fendi for checking in and letting us know that he's still alive. That's pretty cool too.
Oh my gosh, this dog! I'm gonna have a good talking to him when I get off this call.
You leave my doggy alone.
Been misbehaving.
So no, thank you. And it's always great checking in with you. I love all the things you're doing, and I just love this success and hearing all the cool stuff. So
thank you. And likewise, I'm a fan, and you just continue doing what you're doing. I'm gonna be here cheering you along.
Yeah. And listen, your initiatives and all that, you're part of the Investigators Toolbox as well, right? You're one of the partners in there as well. So this is a partnership, and they can go hand in hand real nicely, right?
Absolutely.
That's something to
Absolutely.
remember also. So, all right, so we're winding down here. Thanks again, Brianne, and we will talk to you real soon. And thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next week on the next show.
Thank you to Brianne for jumping on to discuss this great opportunity next week and these new projects. Please visit her online and take advantage of the website design offer and the free teleconference next week. And head over to privateinvestigatormentorship.com right now and secure your spot to learning the right way to market your brand. We'd also like to thank Six Figure Investigator Marketing, Amos, Crosstracks, DelvePoint, and USABugSweeps.com for sponsoring the show. Have you checked out investigatorstoolbox.com yet? Remember, it only takes 41 cents a day to unlock the future of investigations. So make an investment in your business and yourself today. The 25% legacy discount ends at the end of the month. Use code PIP201836 to save even more. If you have a comment or question about the show, email Matt at matthews@satellitepi.com. You can also find him on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. We want your feedback so we can bring you the best shows possible. And we'll be back next Monday with a new show. So make sure you tune in and stay safe out there.